So in today's video, we're going to be looking at cheat codes, or what I like to call cheat codes, basically to improve your chances of winning in Sorare, plus how to win extra rewards outside of Sorare. So as you can see here, we are on the Sorare screen. If you want to sign up, you can use the QR code underneath, or there'll be a link in the description or comment section if you want to use that as well. Win 5 cards off the auction market, and you will get yourself an extra one on top. So we are going to start off with a website called soraremega.com. And all of these websites will be linked in the comment section down below as well. So if you want to check them out, I will link them in, or even in the description. So starting off with Sorare Mega. Sorare Mega is an extra website that you can go on to. So soraremega.com. And basically, you can enter in teams from your limiteds. This only applies to people who have limiteds into 3 aside, 5 aside, and 9 aside, I believe. 8 aside and 11. So you can play all 3 of them, or all 4 of them, depending on how many you want to enter. But on top of that, if you were to go over to the menu on the left-hand side on the screen here, you see the 3 little dots. You click on that. There's a thing called score dice. Now, how this works, and I'd love to enter in this one, you get a random score and a worst player score. So a random score is today, for this time, is going to be 100. And if you wanted to put a player in, you just click on. Once you log in with your account through Sorare, it will then give you all the list of cards that you have. So make sure you have limited, rares, super rares, uniques, etc. And then you just choose whichever player you believe is going to be the one that's going to hit that target score. Now this week is 100, next week it could be 27, the week after 50, etc, etc. And then the worst player is always 0. So you need to think who's going to get you 0 this week, and that's a way to get an extra score on top. Now Mega 3 is done if I go to the previous week where I actually performed in it. So here are my results. You can see here in terms of leaderboard, someone who got 326 points got themselves a tier 2 rare, 320 got them a tier 1. So you're looking at 320 points from 3 players. You can see here with the guide who actually won, if we can click on his team, he's the one who got the best rewards. Now, for some reason, it's not showing me. There we go. So he got these 3 players, and you can add extra things. So every day that you log on, you will get yourself extra chests and stuff like that. So if you click on your name, you'll get yourself your gallery and all your rankings of where you've been. We got very, very close a couple of times, but not close enough to win anything. If you go to your notification, that's where all your notifications are. Now, if you click on your badge, which is just underneath my camera, if I remove it for a second, you'll see underneath my camera, there is like your name, and then there's a badge that you can click on. You click on this badge, is then going to take you to where the extra chests are. You get chests by logging in and complete challenges. I don't have any at the moment. So in my gallery, you will see here, it will be all my cards that I have from Sorare. In your inventory are the chests that I've opened, and then you get these kits. Now, to show you and explain to you how these kits work, if we go to score dice or anything like that, or actually, in fact, I lied to you. If we go back to our Mega 3, for example, we can add kits on that give them boosts. So long pass into opposition, 15%. Big chance created, 20%. Keeper sweeper, 15% bonus. But accurate long ball, who loses. So if you wanted to add them, they've got them all here. You can take the shoes off, for example, and add them on at any time. They've got the little symbol next to the player's name who's already got it equipped, and etc, etc. So there are multiple ways. So for example, if this player was fouled, he gets 20%. If he enters a penalty, he gets an extra 20%. Or a long ball, for example, and then the shoes are the same. Now, the reason why I've got for this, I just have. I don't think it's going to help me because it's got keeper sweeper on. But we could change it here. For example, penalty kick hit miss, not a problem. But 20% on 1 tackles, long passes, and accurate passes, he gets a boost. So you can apply these. The more you play, the more you log in, you give them on, and then you can pick your best 3. You choose your captain like you would in Sorare normally, and that's how that works there. We're going for Saliba because he's been a bit of a crazy one. Confirm your team, and that's your team in. You can do this for Mega 5, Mega 8, Mega 11. This does not take away from your Sorare team. So, for example, in my upcoming, we will have my Arsenal team that we just used there in upcoming. It's in my All-Star. That won't take away from that. They'll still be in here. This is like a bonus thing on top. So as long as you have any sort of limited, rare, super rare, unique, you can enter into Sorare Mega. So there is the first one. On to our second one, and this is where I like to go for lineups and stuff like that. It's going to be a website called playsharper. Now, underneath my camera, there's a login and sign up. If you log in or sign up, you can log in through your Sorare account, as you can see here, but it also can be used for Fantasy League or Ultimate Champions as well. Now, how this works is you choose whichever game week you like. So, for example, 401 is upcoming. You go to England, you've got Premier League and Championship. Let's say Premier League, for example. And then you can click on here and you can go to any one of these, and it will tell you the percentages that these experts think. Now, just to give you a little bit of an insider, I am a Crystal Palace expert, quote unquote, so I do the lineups for Crystal Palace. Doesn't mean these people are always going to be right. You need to take it with a pinch of salt. Do your own research as always. But if you wanted to know something about a player, whether you didn't know if Decore was going to play a lot or not, you can find out. You can always leave a comment here, or you can go to the Twitter. You can see here I am there. If you want to go and follow me on Twitter, that's a way to go. But these are great. These have got every single league you can think of: the Russian league, the Scottish league, the Spanish league, Turkish league, etc. So it is worth looking just in case you don't know something about any of the players. Now we're going to move over to another website that a lot of people use, which is Sorare Data. They are changing some of their membership schemes, so I won't go into it too much. But with a free one, you can have a look at, for example, this is where a lot of people get their screens from the results for the following week, how far away they were from a reward at the top here, and much, much more at the bottom here, as you can see. And this is one that people use if you want to know about person's price. For example, if we use Zaha, we can have a look what he normally scores, whether he's playing, how much he's worth on the market. We can change it into euros, for example. So at the moment, he is around the price of about 15 euros. And if we go to scores, we can see here that the games he doesn't play, the games he does play. Obviously, this is on a pro membership or a star membership. It will be changed to a free. So a free will just tell you his last game. But you can see here that he didn't play. He came on as a sub, 45-minute sub, and I believe he's injured again, so that's why he's not playing. So this is another really good one. Again, there will be in the comment section down below or the description for a link. Then we're going to move over to another website, which is called Sorare Base. I'm going to show you what it is. It's basically Sorare Data, but on an absolute free version of it. So you can see here, sorarebase.football. If you were to click on that there, this is going to take you to the next one. And these are all the cards. So imagine this is the same as Sorare Data. You just search a player. So we can go Zaha again. It's going to come up with Wilfried Zaha. We'll click on that player. It's then going to load. And you can see here, even the screen's a little bit similar. We can see what he was worth a day ago. If we were to put euros, we can see there, one sold for 18 euros, one sold for 15.79, another one for 22. And that's one way to find out their price. You can go to scores at the top here. So it's very, very similar. So if you don't want to pay, for example, don't want to pay for the Sorare Data, you can see here. So here is his scores. You've got a 33 and a 31. Did not play, played 45 minutes, played 20 minutes there, and 33 points, 30 points, etc. So it is another way to look in. You can also sign in with your own account and log in through that way, and that's going to give you your Sorare information on your account. For example, just hit authorize on your account. Once that's done, it loads it in, as you can see right in front of us, and then there we go. So you can see here my gallery worth, my teams, what I have in there, players that are going up and down, how much my activity is, etc., etc. Players that I bought, who are going up and down in price, and much more. So it's a very, very in-depth, not the most attractive looking thing on your eyes, but it gets the business done, and that's another one to suggest. Now we're going to move on to a couple websites I use for information on players as well, similar to playsharper, but a bit more in-depth, as it were. So I use FlashScore. I know a lot of people use Soccer Sofa or Sofa Football or something like that. I use FlashScore. So I normally do, for example, we're still using Zaha. If we don't know about a player, I like to search his name. It tells you what club he plays at. Not only that, we can see here he's not in a squad. That's where he got injured. So he didn't play. Played 45 minutes, 21 minutes. But on top of that as well, we have his career for the season. So you see he played one game in the league, nothing. Previously at Palace, 27 games, 7 goals, 2 assists, 5 yellow cards. You can normally find a lot more information on there, but that is somewhere to look. It also gives you upcoming fixtures if you want to have a look at like planning ahead, especially in the free modes where I've mentioned in that video about what's best to do. We can see here, this is the next weekend that's coming, the following weekend. There's plenty of websites like this, but I just use FlashScore because I've got used to it. Doesn't mean any other ones that you use are not going to be better or worse. There are definitely better ones out there, but I'm just comfortable with what I use. I have the app on my phone. Always check it. And then we're going to go over to Twitter, and we're going to show you a few things on Twitter, a couple of accounts that you should be following if you have Twitter. So the first one is going to be Physio Scout. Now this guy has helped me out massively every time he tweets. Whenever there's an injury, he gives you a breakdown of what he predicts, how long the injury is going to be. He also breaks down the type of injury it is and the normal time week. So for example, with Chuck Wecker there, you can see he has had an MCL injury with a 6-week predicted return. Has already undergone surgery, so it gives you the information that you need to. Now, this is for every single player you can think of that gets injured. For example, when Calvert-Lewin got that fractured cheekbone, predicted to be out 3 to 6 weeks, perhaps could return earlier with assistance of a face mask. So you can get some really good information on here. I did speak to him a long time ago about this. He says there's another way to follow him on Instagram as well. So I will add his Instagram in the description as well. It will be under the Physio one. I use this guy a lot. You can get a lot of information out of him with an injury. Most of the time, it's in real time as well. So let's say Iwobi, when he pulled up and come off, he normally tweets out like an hour afterwards, sometimes 2 hours. Or a little bit later, depending, but it is very, very responsive. And this guy does it for free as well, I believe. He just does it out of his own time, and he is normally spot on. 9 out of 10 times, he is correct. So if you want to do some research, you think, oh, let me try and buy the silver, for example, or he's injured, let me go check out the Physio Scout, see what he says. You can normally beat the experts. This is what I use when I'm doing my lineups of Crystal Palace. If any of the players are injured, I have a look and go, okay, he's saying this is how long he's going to be out for. With additional information on top of it as well, you can basically figure out how long they're going to be out for before they even announce, which means you can either buy before the curve, before the prices go back up, or you can already plan in terms of training and getting them in your teams. You can see here he does every single league. It's not just Premier League. It is also the top major leagues, as well as we had ourselves a Militao there, for example. So that's another really good one. And that's going to be all the websites that I suggest. There's probably a few I've missed, so please comment down below and let me know if I've missed them. I can cover them in a future video. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can see here at Nana Gaming. I do a lot of giveaways. We also do our predictions and our videos on here as well, so if you want to check them out. But in terms of giveaways, we have given away a few cards, also post my rewards on here and much more. So if you want to go join that, you're more than welcome to. We'll be doing a giveaway in the next couple of days as well, depending on what we win this weekend. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support on the Sorare content. Don't forget to sign up using that link below in the camera. You can scan it with your QR code, for example, or even on top of that, it will be in the description. I will link everything that I've mentioned today in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.